Imagine if Kyrie Irving went to the Lakers and joined LeBron James. I'm here to tell you that in this upcoming offseason, the possibility could be possible. As of right now, Kyrie Irving is playing for the Brooklyn Nets, and when he is playing, he's putting up monster numbers and proving to us why he's one of the best point guards in the league. But when talking about the specific situation Kyrie is in with Brooklyn as a city, the future of Kyrie Irving right now is simply a blur, because right now he's not a full-time player, not because of him, but because of the team and of course of New York. Kyrie Irving will be entering this offseason with a $36 million player option, which means he has the right to choose what he wants to do. Should he opt in and stay with the Brooklyn Nets for one more season, opt out and sign a new contract with Brooklyn, but ultimately, he also has the opportunity to sign somewhere else. And because Brooklyn right now is forcing him to basically not be a full-time player, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie Irving wants a new home. And this is where LeBron James comes in. I want LeBron to recruit Kyrie because of course we know they've won an NBA championship together. The Brooklyn Nets just took on the New York Knicks a few days ago, and recently this report by Shams really confused a lot of NBA fans, and this was the tweet. Brooklyn's Kyrie Irving is expected to sit courtside to support teammates at the game on Sunday afternoon at Barclays Center. Irving is able to attend the game as a spectator, move freely, maskless, but cannot play due to a private sector mandate. Guys, this is very interesting because if Kyrie Irving can move freely, can be on the bench maskless, why can't he play a game? This is simply frustrating because the fact that Kyrie is there but he can't play, Kyrie must be upset because oh boy, it just doesn't seem fair. I don't want to get into the whole issue of why this private sector exists, the vaccine rules and stuff like that, but the point is, if this keeps up, if Kyrie cannot get the chance to be a full-time player, be a factor for the Brooklyn Nets in a championship run, he's gonna fed up, and honestly, I would understand if he leaves. And if this is the case, I would see Kyrie requesting a trade, and this is where the Lakers have to immediately come in. In the offseason, if the Lakers can offer up Russell Westbrook, Talen Horton-Tucker, and a 2020 first-round pick in exchange for Kyrie Irving, Seth Curry, and Patty Mills, I believe this would be an elite trade for both teams. Let's hear out why. On the Nets' perspective, Kyrie Irving is a part-time player, and if the Brooklyn Nets keep that private sector, they're not going to have him available. And with Russell Westbrook being a full-time player for the Lakers, only missing like one game so far during the 2022 season, Russell Westbrook is healthy. And of course, the relationship with him and Kevin Durant might spark a new championship run in Brooklyn, while Russ can focus more on the playmaking and KD more on the scoring. Getting Talen Horton-Tucker, a young rising guard in the NBA, of course, if they lose Kyrie, an addition with Russell Westbrook is a win as well. And then of course, in this trade scenario, I'm throwing in that first round draft pick that the Lakers have, that of course will give the Nets a little more leeway to be more interested. On the Lakers' perspective, I'm not saying Russell Westbrook is bad, but we all know the fit of Russell Westbrook and LeBron James, it just doesn't work. And knowing that Kyrie Irving is more of a shooter, a catch-and-shoot floor spacer, and simply, we've seen the chemistry with LeBron and Kyrie before. I know for sure that if they were to reunion again, oh boy, they would still be a championship contender. But the key is Anthony Davis is on the roster. AD is a big upgrade over Kevin Love, so of course, Kyrie, LeBron, and AD. This trade would give the Lakers a new super team, a new big three, but then on the Nets' perspective, they get a full-time player. Of course, if this private sector still does exist, which is possible. Overall, I would love to see Kyrie Irving go to the Lakers and join LeBron James, but just in general, play with LeBron again, whether it's in the Olympics, whether it's in the All-Star game. We know that these guys have a history, negative and positive, but of course, when it comes to a championship, I do believe they're gonna have to sacrifice to, of course, go all the way, as the Lakers are going full throttle for the chip, even this year, even next year. So what's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe this Kyrie Irving trade scenario for Russell Westbrook is a good idea? Or do you believe the Brooklyn Nets are going to keep Kyrie? Or will they lift their mandate? I want to know all your thoughts on this situation. But other than that, take it easy, God bless. And I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!